because what am I doing? Also, why is this color? It's been discolored like this for a while. That's not the point. I was in the studio today from 1 to 6:30. And I'm so tired. But I had things to do. After coming home from the studio, I had things to do. Okay, perhaps the entire night isn't lost because it's only 8:50, almost 9. But I'm so tired that I don't think I'll be doing anything good after 9:30, 10. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I knew it as soon as I sat down on the couch just to scroll on, look at one video on TikTok. And one video is never one video, and I can't. I have one of those sleep deprivation headaches, tension headaches, kind of in the front of my face. That's why I'm rubbing my face. And I'm cooking a potato. But I'm just so, why am I like this? Sure, you were tired, but you still had things to do. Why did you do the easiest thing possible and just waste an hour? You could have been getting your work done. I have schoolwork to be done, and it's unfortunate because I'm really obsessed with the painting I'm doing right now, and I don't wanna, this other painting, the one that's actually due before the one I'm working on, it's due this week. I haven't even started it. I've done 2 studies. I need to finish a 3rd. But what am I doing? Sometimes I feel like I'm a fraud. Sometimes I just feel like such a fraud. Because what do you mean you're saying you have all these you have all this passion and these ideas and you'll still waste time on your phone? I keep on telling myself, because I have such a hard time. I don't know what it is. I have such a hard time with not seeing things as black and white. I would just be able to be so much, I don't know, nicer to myself if I thought more, I gave myself more room to be 2 things at once. Okay, we're gonna do a dinner tour because I don't want to talk about my problems right now. Oh, I have a Kit Kat in the freezer. Okay. Not all is lost. Something can be salvaged from today. And I also just rediscovered kefir the other day because I've been really struggling to get my protein in, and this surprisingly was protein because it's yogurt and it's drinkable and it's delicious. Some kefir, might have a protein shake later, but I also did lentil soup, and that's what's in the microwave. And then potato with herbamare. It's a special kind of salt mix. And when I say special, I mean it's special to me. It may not be special in general terms, but anyway. So tonight is still salvageable as long as I don't start watching a C-drama again. And I'll do my discussion post and everything will be okay. And tomorrow to think that hour and a half I spent on TikTok, I could have been doing my atelier work is definitely a learning curve. I'm learning. All circles back to fatigue though. When you're tired, it's just so much easier to take the easier way out or do the easier thing. Because in my head, I have a list of things to do. Every day I make a list in the morning or the day before, and I just check things off the list every day. well, during the day. But if there's one thing I really don't want to do on the list, because it's all in order, if there's one thing I don't want to do on the list, then the whole rest of the list doesn't get done until I do that one thing. I don't know what that is. But yeah, say, for example, go to the gym. Actually, let me just read off one of my lists. So Saturday, it was groceries, cook, oil hair, sinks, Windex, microwave, vacuum, mop, hand wash hoodies, clean, laundry, fold laundry, take out garbage, eat, shower, change pillowcases. I didn't want to hand wash these hoodies. What I got finished with cleaning at 5-ish on that Saturday. I think I was on my phone until 8 or 9 because I didn't want to finish, because I didn't want to wash the hoodies, and then everything else got set back. Sometimes I think I'm that friend that's a bad friend, because I went to lunch with a childhood friend of mine, and she kept on asking about my life, and I kept on talking about my life, and then I asked her, but it seems like she asked more than I did, and now I feel like, did I just take up all the talking time? I mean, did I even ask that much about her? Oh, this spur of a moment video took place because I was already harboring very negative thoughts, and then I went to YouTube because I usually like to watch Suyang while I eat because I live alone and eating with someone is nice. And the first video I click is the biggest mistake any aspiring artist can make. I get, 5 seconds in, and then all of a sudden I just hate everything. Because it's not the video that was bad. It's not even like what they were saying was bad. It was that overwhelming feeling of hating having tuned into it in the first place. Just knowing, bro, I just gotta do this shit myself. Why am I tuning into this? Why am I trying to follow? Yes, it's good to follow, learn from others to a certain extent, but I don't know if it's arrogance or something, but every time, self-help books or something personally, or motivational talks, actually I watched a really good TED talk this one time, but that's besides the point. Personally, I feel very claustrophobic when I'm watching those videos. It's kind of just like, why did I click this? I just need to do it. It just, tuning in and feeling like you need to listen to all these people, it crowds my brain too much. I already have multiple voices up here. That's misleading. Not actual multiple voices. I have multiple inner dialogues. I also feel bad because I missed my dad's birthday. I said happy birthday a day later. But if I can say one thing in my defense, that day I was in the studio and had class. I had class, my 3-hour class, and I was in the studio from that morning until nighttime. And by the time I got home, I was just losing it. All of last week, if you asked me what day of the week it was, or what the date was, I wouldn't have been able to tell you. Another hope of mine is that maybe when I'm older and I'm rewatching some of these, I'm thinking, damn, she was crazy, or something like that. I'm pre-ordering growth in the future for myself. I also should go to a TMJ specialist because I grind my teeth a lot, and my jaw actually just hurts in my day-to-day. So maybe need to fix that. And sometimes I wake up with headaches because of it. I always think everything is crashing down and the world is coming to a stop and everything is ending all at once. And it's bad because I will actually get, pretty idle. And just because of these very minute episodes of thinking everything is lost, there's no hope, blah, 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 your life is ended, and blah, blah, blah. And it's only laughable when I'm not in those episodes, but when I'm in those episodes, it's so real to me. Like, everything is gone. and you'll never do anything, and all your progress is lost, and you're just nothing and no one, and your life is ruined, and everything is ending and crashing and burning. I feel like lately I've been underestimating the fatigue that comes with just waking up and being afraid of being alive, of being fearful of every day to come. What is that? Like, and then also that dissonance of knowing that not everyone feels this way, and you think, oh, well, fuck me, but also fuck them. What? Fuck me for feeling like this, but fuck you for not feeling like this. What do you mean you're just don't? I'm just gonna be myself. You know? Before I started any YouTube or TikTok, or I think that's it, I was thinking, oh, how do you do this and this, and I want to acquire a certain audience or whatever. Nah. It can just be a secret club. For now, it's just me and you. And it can just be our secret. Got a secret, can you keep? I didn't even watch that show. But, yeah, I mean, now I can understand why this is so popular. Because I honestly just feel so much better talking myself through this stuff than when I was spiraling out a mere minutes ago. Maybe this, whatever this is me just documenting how I'm trying to keep myself alive, honestly. Because being alive is kind of difficult, especially at this age where, well, the age and also the historical context of the time we're living in. It's wild out here, and not in a good way. Sometimes I have the audacity to think that if I was born a man, an Italian man, during the golden age, that I would be great. But honestly, I think I would. Only because back then, you weren't just, sure, you had some talent, but also there was so much time to just focus and hone in, and so little distraction, and such good teachers and teachings. My toxic trait is that I can't highly render anything, whether it comes to drawing or painting, unless in my head I see other people being impressed by it. It's so bad. Because what do you mean you can't? When you're just in your sketchbook, you can't do anything highly rendered. No. Good paper and have it need to be really good that I can highly render something. Maybe that's not wrong either. Why do I have it in my head that I have to be great on my downtime? Well, I want to do a big drawing of Leonardo da Vinci's Battle of Anghiari. And that's gonna be sick. That's after my Leda and the Swan, or at the same time, because you can do two things at once. It's nice to take a little creative break. Maybe that's what I should be doing. I should be taking this digital landscape assignment and using it as a way to creatively divest from one project to the other. Just put it on the back burner, take a little time. Is it time to watch Chiang? Have your issues been solved? Yes, you'll finish eating, put your dishes away. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really want to do it. And not in a, oh, I give up way. More in a, I missed the lecture and I don't want to do it wrong. Or just at a, well, but then I'm also telling myself something's better than nothing. And that's what I tell myself when I'm having a really bad go of it. I tell myself, the possibility will never be zero. There will always be a slim chance. And also, possibility only exists for the living. So if you're dead, then that's definite. Your dream's definitely not gonna happen. Full stop. You'll never be able to do anything ever again. When you're alive, anything is possible. Anything is possible. But you know in those movies where it's that person who's trying to make it and they have that hungry, ambitious side and they do have talent, but they just don't have the CV, and then they catch their big break because these people big up in the company say, you know what, let's give this person a chance. I just think people don't do that anymore. They don't say, you know what, let's give this person a chance. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just not one of those people. That's just the way life goes. I'm so smooth. It shows. I remember writing something in my notes app, something along the lines of, why are slaps acceptable and not punches? What does a closed fist have to do with violence, and what does an open palm have to do with mercy? And sometimes I think about that. Not the writing, the why are slaps so socially acceptable and punches aren't. Oh, there's a black dot inside my potato. Now I feel uneasy eating the rest of it. Well, I think it's time to watch some Too-Young. I like most when she eats fried chicken or something with cheese or ramen or noodles. I'm so guilty of watching that 3.5 kilograms of curry challenge over and over again. Is there anything left I have to say? It's March 16th. Haven't met my protein goal. I fear I will never meet my protein goal again with the way the groceries are costing. It's my birthday this month. This year is gonna particularly be hard. Because I'm turning an age where when you were young, you thought by this age, I'm gonna have everything figured out. I'm turning that age. And alas, I have nothing figured out except for what I want to do for the rest of my life, but just not how I'm gonna live off that. Someone rich find me. Just kidding. My friend was actually asking me about that today at lunch because she actually just got a boyfriend. We're happy for her. We're happy. Anyway, she's asking, well, are you on dating apps? Have you gone on any dates? If you met someone, what would happen? Would you be open to? I was just, no, not in the least. I barely had to. She's one of my closest friends since childhood. I've seen her 3 times this year. We live in the same city. That's just how little time I have. And maybe it's because I just take things too seriously. Because I just rarely allot myself times to have fun. I usually have to schedule in my fun. But no, I'm being so real. Between keeping up my house chores, feeding myself, school, and my other hobbies, but mostly stuff related to school, I've just had no time. When's the last time I've had time to read? And there's so many books I want to get through. Oh, I'm almost done The Master and Margarita. That shit is... I was reading it and the entire time I'm thinking, how does one come up with this? No, really. But it was incredible, but also just, are you okay? Mikhail Bulgakov, are you okay? No, he wasn't. Well, I wouldn't be either if I was him. I think he was separated from his family. Oh, Russia. Yeah, I'm studying Mandarin, self-study, so, well, you know how that goes. I watch C-dramas, call it studying. I go to Hello Chinese app, I call that studying. I text my friend who's an international student from China on WeChat. I call that studying. That actually helps. But this one group that I didn't get into it because I don't like getting outside of music that K-pop groups make. I try not to interact with anything outside of that because it just gets too much for little Landon Norris. But the one thing I did manage to get out of this group is that one member could speak 4 languages. I'm trying to get like that. That's how I'm trying to be, you know? English, French, and then my hopeful 3 list: Mandarin, Japanese, maybe Korean. Honestly, I would switch Korean for Italian. I think learning Italian would be sick. Also, especially if I ever wanted to do an artist residency in, say, Florence, that'd come in handy. Only Italian I know is grazie and prego. That's it. I can't roll my R's either, so that might be a problem. You heard that in the you're welcome. I love drinks that you need to purse your lips for, just because they're kind of tangy and sour. Did that just come off creepy? I hope not. I'm not a creep. I'd say I'm a fucking nut though. Like, I'm a nutcase. My friends have to tell you, you think too much. Literally, you just stop thinking so much. I even see their reasoning from their side, because I see myself from outside of myself being literally insane. And it's just think less. I am, once again, the source of my own misery. And I was feeling so shitty about myself because I was overthinking seeing people out and about when it was nice and kind of warm and sunny-ish, and it's getting summer and people are walking on the streets and laughing, having a gale. Having a gale? I think it's a gale of wind, but if you're having fun, you're having a gall. Anyway, that's besides the point. I was looking at these happy people and I was thinking, why does joy feel like utter violence to me? Why does this human camaraderie feel like violence to me? And then I went into a little, you know, my little, oh, woe is me, I'm so sad kind of hole. And then the sun went behind a cloud and it got dark and I thought, damn, this is nice. But there's something about the sun that makes me so emotional, but in a bad way, especially at that time. Say around 6:30, 7 p.m., where the sun is low and it's warm, and you're recalling things from childhood, or places you've been on vacation, you know, sunset vacations. Sunsets when you are on vacation are so much more different. And it's just why have I not let a single thing go in my life? Why do I remember everything? I was writing about it once too, and it was just something along the lines of I suck all the air out of the room with all my remembering. And that's kind of tying that to childhood trauma and being back home, but it's true. I just remember, and I'm miserable for it. But also, I don't know. Misery means you've lived. Sadness means it happened. It's been half an hour. I should finish this potato and get to work. Or did I decide I wasn't going to do the discussion post? I think I'll decide not to do the discussion post. Because it closes Wednesday. I can always do it tomorrow. And not in a Einstein, do what you could do tomorrow today, but more in a, if I want to, I'll do it. It's worth 1% each. I'd much rather just skip out. I'm not trying to reason myself to myself. Well, yes, maybe that's exactly what I was trying to do to appease my guilt and validate my decision, but either way, I'm not doing it tonight. And I'm going to, look at my artist statements instead. My artist statement due Friday and my artist statement due on April the 11th. And then maybe edit this video, post it to YouTube, and go to bed because I'm going to the gym tomorrow morning. And that's that. I was really slacking on the gym a few weeks ago. Made me feel not great about myself. That was a worthless piece of information. I'm gonna cut that out. Or maybe I won't. But I'm finding it really hard to put on muscle. I feel like I'm just losing all my muscle while I'm losing weight because I'm not maintaining my protein intake very well. It's stressing me out. I don't know, I think it's a part of the conversation about weight loss that they don't really talk about is how it's kind of unsettling and somewhat upsetting seeing your body change and be different. Even if you're losing weight and feeling healthy or better, it's still very disquieting looking at yourself in the mirror and not really recognizing that person. Not to say that I've gone through a whole transformation, but it's just a few things that are stressing me out. But you know what? It's none of my business. This is what I tell myself. What my body looks like is none of my business. It just gets me places and does what I want, which is all it needs to do. My body isn't even me. It's just what I live in. It's none of my business what it looks like. I'm just grateful for its existence. That's what I tell myself. Just the way that I tell myself, if I have something pinned in the back for an outfit, or something is kept together in the back of the outfit, I just say, the back of me, what I look like from the back, none of my business. Absolutely none of my business. The only thing that is my business, you know what, none. And how easier would my life be if I could just actually internalize that none of this is my business. None of this is mine to carry. None of this is my burden. I've just put it all on myself. None of it's my business. Maybe that's the thing you bring into your new year. It's not my business. Not mine to carry. Not mine to stress over. Not mine to run myself ragged over. Not mine to kill myself over. That's a pretty not great note to end on, but nonetheless,